Hi, Anna here from Holistic Healing Energy Medicine. So, for those that are new to me, I am an energy medicine practitioner. So, I work with the subtle energies and subtle patterns that are underlying our particular issues to clear those out and create the changes we want to make. So, I'm heading on a plane tonight. And one of the things that happened to me earlier this week was I could start feeling all this swelling in my throat and my sinuses, getting pain in the back of my throat. And I realized this is my typical symptoms when I get a bit run down of developing a cold or a throat infection. So, because I'm getting on a plane today, and this is a few days ago, it's like, no, this is not appropriate. This is not the time. So I use my own tools to help clear this out, and it's especially helpful if I get on top of it early. Sometimes things just do have to move through, but in the circumstances, I made sure I actually did something about it. And because I've been recently doing so much with the elements on these videos that I thought I would work with those to clear this out. There's a few different approaches, but the elements is one of the things I can work with to deal with something that felt kind of microbial. So I used two of the subtle elements that I felt most called to use it for this, which was the fire, because I wanted to burn out whatever microbes were present, whether bacterial or viral or something else. So even though there's inflammation, you can use the fire to burn out the microbes. You're not going to increase the inflammation there. And then I brought in subtle water to cleanse and clear everything out. So you can use this when you definitely when you getting in early. You could try this out and see if it helps for you. And another time you could use this, say you've been exposed to a lot of people that have been unwell or sick around a lot of children, and you feel like you might have picked something up. So before you're getting symptoms, you can jump in and try and use a practice like this. The throat for me is a particular weak spot, so I always feel that first. So if you know where your weak spots are, when you pick up something, it's helpful to go straight into that area because you know that's where something's going to come in and show up first. All right, so just settle in to where you are, unless you're driving. Just making sure you're nice and comfortable, wriggling around, getting any niggles out. Just sitting on a chair, putting them flat on the floor, maybe moving forward in your seat so you can sit upright. We want to have the torso open. We want the spine lengthened. This is really important when we're bringing in subtle energies so that our energy system can be open and have the capacity and space to flow and move, because especially when we start getting unwell and things like that, our energy quite quickly contracts and we need to open it back up. All right, so just gently close your eyes, bring your awareness to the breath in the nostrils. I always like to start with a bit of awareness. This again, it brings our focus inwards. It starts to slow us down just by bringing awareness to the breath, not changing the breath, just bringing that awareness, and it slows us down, creates presence to where we are, brings our attention into our body. So you can begin with just awareness in the nostrils, and then when you're ready, moving your awareness down into the torso, being aware of the different areas that expand and contract. Being aware of the front of the body, the back of the body. Being aware of the hips, the legs, the feet. Being aware of the connection between the surface below you and your feet or your legs and your base. Being aware of your whole body. And then bringing your awareness into the space around you, so both aware of your body and the space around you. Maybe you can be aware of the space between you and the walls and the ceiling. Being aware that you extend beyond your physical parameters. And then you can use the heart chakra to enter into the energy center deep within, connecting with the essence of yourself, affirming your own spiritual nature, spiritual essence, the true spirit of which you are, always have been, and always will be, connected to the part of you that is eternal and changeless. Resonating with the deepest love within, and there can be ever more love brought into this space. And if you work with guides or spiritual allies, just affirm their spirits. Any connection with them is for your highest good. And only the energies will come into you that is supported by you, your spirit, and your highest good. And that connection to the Great Spirit, God, Source, the Isness. Whatever works for you, just affirming and handing it over. And just being aware of, right from your base all the way out to the top of your head, is a central channel of energy that runs along through the front of the spine. And just being aware of that central channel, breathing into that. And as you exhale, feeling the energy maybe extending and moving out down below and out above. So as we inhale, maybe just gathering any feelings or senses of discomfort or unease. And as you exhale, just breathing it out, dissolving and dissipating. Now, when we work with subtle elements, they generally come in through our base. There's a chakra about 1.5 feet below the feet that's constantly connected to the earth, sometimes called the earth star or soul star or 10th chakra. And it's often through this chakra, this is where the subtle elements most strongly come into our energy system. So you can either feel the sense of them coming in, and then that energy is coming up through your feet or up through the base of that channel we're connected with. So first of all, in this particular practice, connecting with subtle fire. Maybe when you connect with subtle fire, you get a little bit of a response, an energetic feeling, or perhaps not. And sometimes with connecting with subtle fire, just imagining a campfire, feeling its heat, its glow, the imagery, just invoking the subtle fire and bringing that in up through the feet or up through the base of the central channel, bringing it in all the way into the area in which you feel like there might be inflammation or microbial issues, bacterial, viral, just allowing that fire to completely burn up any microbial issues. And just sitting with that, letting those flames disintegrate whatever they connect with, and just in the space where it needs to. And if you need to, you can just pause the video if you feel like you really need to sit with this for a bit longer, if you are feeling maybe you already progressed and you can actually feel that you've got an infection, and it's, you got mucus coming out and things like that. You might want to sit with this for a little longer. And then also know, even like, just you can instruct, okay, just allow the subtle fire to keep working for as long as it needs to clear out the infection. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring in and connect with the subtle water. And with this one, I like to work with, say, a waterfall or a rushing stream, but it will work with the waterfall. So that imagery of subtle water connecting with the waterfall, washing everything away. So allowing this subtle water, again, coming up through the feet. And it's almost like I can feel it comes all the way up. And then I allow, as it comes up, it's going to come back down through the top of the head and just wash everything away. And you can imagine the water as a beautiful white energy, maybe with glitters of silver and gold. Maybe some pinks in there. Soothing lots of blue and green. Sparkling water, cleansing and clearing all the residues of microbes, infection, inflammation. Just clearing it completely out of your entire energy field and physical body. And again, just let yourself sit with this for as long as you like. And you may decide, you might feel inspired to bring in another subtle element, or you may feel like this is enough. And when you reach the point and you feel you're ready and you're complete, again, just re-ground yourself in your body, feeling the edges of the physical body, feeling your weight on the floor. Bring the awareness back to the breath. And again, just acknowledging your own spirit for helping, supporting any guides that you may have invoked, for helping and supporting in your healing process, and just giving gratitude and thanks, and then letting yourself come back to the space. Sometimes it can be nice to just rub the hands together, warming up the hands, placing them over the eyes. And then you can open the eyes behind the palms, and then just gently lowering the palms and having the eyes open. All right, well, thank you. So yeah, please experiment and try this out. If you'd like any support, always reach out. I'm open for any questions or queries, or maybe clarifications around this short little practice. Let me know and get in touch. And otherwise, I hope you enjoy, and I hope this supports you in your own clearing out of any little colds and flus or microbial infections. All right, love and blessings.